Namaste, everyone. My name is Sirisha. I'm from Dallas, Texas. First of all, I would like to convey my deepest gratitude to my parents, my family, and all the gurus, Paramagurus, uh, Mahavatar, particularly Mahavatar Babaji, and all the lineage of Guru Parampara of Mahavatar Babaji, and all the masters, Mahavatar TV, and entire the team, and all the masters who are listening to now, attending. So I would like to my deepest gratitude to Sri Yukteswari Giriji for allowing me to share the tiny bit of whatever I know, I understood from this ocean. So thank you all. Uh, yeah, just I would like to share whatever I understood from this book. Mm, I read this book from in 2020. So that time I did not understand, but still I read the book because I listened that if you don't understand or not, if you read whenever our time is right, you'll able to relate, it will understand from inside. So later, while attending other sessions, particularly Untold Story of Sita and I mean that she mentioned about the Yuga cycle. So there I got connected to this book. So I understood. So before I read this book, right? So even when I listening to Western podcasts, they wherever the opportunities like yoga cycles and all, they talk about this book. So Holy Science. So slowly I understood. But again, this book. So now again for this session, I read the book. So I am able to connect so many things with Patriji's concepts. So everything, whatever 18 guiding principles, he mentioned in this in a like Vedas, like this little difficult language because he wrote in 1894. So I'll show the book. So this is Maha Sri Holy Science by Sri Yukteswara Giriji. So about this book. mm So when Swami Sri Yukteswarji was attending in 1894 Kumbh Mela, there the Mahavatar Babaji appeared him in physical form, and he mentioned about to write a book about this book. Particularly, this book is to bridge the gap between Western and Eastern culture, like the philosophy. So he says he's Parama Guruji because his guru is Sri Lahiri Mahashaya, right? So Lahiri Mahashaya's guru is Babaji. So he calls us Parama Guru. So he Parama Gurus take the words and he wrote this book to bridge the gap between the comparison between our Vedas to the actual Bible that Testament, Old Testament. It's not New Bible kind of things, Old Testaments. So yeah, that he wrote in 1894 when Baba and yeah, actually I would like to say few like in Babaji's lineage. There are so many masters, but only mainly we mostly listen about only four masters like Babaji, Sri Lahiri Mahasaya, then Yukteswara Giri, then Paramahamsa Yogananda. So if you take any masters, even though they teach, they share many things, some kind of significance will be there. Just like if you think about Lahir Mahasaya, he's Bahadar Babaji, he's immortal guru. Everyone calls his immortal guru. He did not spread the Kriya Yoga, but he meant for Kriya. I mean, we say like Lahir Mahasaya, he spread the Kriya Yoga. So same way, the significance of this Shikteshwar Giriji is holy science. To anyone in the Western world also, if they mentioned about any yoga cycles and everything, they call this holy science. They took from this book only. So I then if you think about Paramahamsa Yogananda, even though many books are there, he wrote many books, but still only when I think of Paramahamsa Yogananda, autobiography of Yogi. So that is his significance book, his purpose. So like that, Sri Yukteswara Giriji's main significance is this holy science, this book. So yeah, I mean, in this book, he compared our Vedas, like we call all the how the universe happened. So from the sound Nirakara to Akara, with the sound, right? So all the scriptures like Aham Brahmasmi, Tattvamasi, all those concepts, and they compared same concepts with the Old Testament Gospels stories and the lines. So this is very small book, 70 pages, but it's worth of like seven. If you are able to understand, it's like 7,000 pages of worth. But it's the inner meaning, inner depth. So I just wanted to only mainly I will little explain about the yoga cycle, but only I will share what this book covers about. So he mentioned this book in four parts. So four stages. This is four stages. The first one is the gospel, the chapters. He described the whole this book in four chapters. So first one is the gospel, that is dharma, understanding the natural law of righteousness. Second one is the goal, jnana, realizing the nature of God and self. The procedure, vairagya, detachment from worldly illusions. The revelation, bhakti, divine love and communion with God. So in the first chapter, gospel, so he mentioned mostly about how the universe came from Nirakara to Akara, the primordial sound from the Om, how it came. So he compared all the our human body, it made up of 24 tanmatras, right? So all the it's like a, it's not for basic beginners book. Whoever already into spirituality, whoever want to in the final stages, the liberation, he want to moksha, uh, whoever have certain kind of wisdom, they only able to connect this book. So they will be able to understand. First I'm saying, so maybe if you are new, just listen. That just like how I read in when 2020, I did not understand, but I still read the book, right? So later I understood. Whenever I listen from any, I able to connect dots. So just like that, please listen, even though you don't understand. So actually, this book is for not for beginners. So who are even to ultimate moksha. He is called as a Kaivalya. Kaivalya means in his book he mentioned as Kaivalya. Kaivalya means moksham, ultimate state, final liberation. So this whole book is talks about how we should liberate, what is the process, how all these four mentioned in the all the four stages, like four parts. In the first chapter, gospel, um, yeah, he mentioned about all this, how universe established and how our physical body forms by using the five elements, right? Five jnanendriyas, five karmendriyas, and five elements, and five kshitis, and manas, buddhi, ahankara, chitta, ahankara. So all these four, like 24, how our body constitute, the creation happens. So all these things he compared with the Old Testament Christianity's concepts. So actually, this book, Swami, main purpose of this book is the compared with the Sanatana Dharma and the true Christianity, both are same oneness. Maybe the way of lifestyle is different, but the ultimate truth is one. So that is the main purpose of this book. That's the Babaji wanted to write this book. So in 1894, he wrote this book. So, and in the first chapter, he mentioned about 14 lokas, like seven upper lokas, seven dimensions, and lower dimensions, right? Seven like seven swarga lokas and seven patala lokas. How it is related to our body. So, like Satyaloka, Bhuloka, Bhuvarloka, Suvarloka, Maharloka, Janaloka, Tapoloka, and Satyaloka. So by comparing all, how this loka, all are in this in our body only. Like upper body has seven lokas and the lower body has seven patala lokas. So how those lokas related to our human body. He compared all those and he explains that. And the Panchakoshas, he explained all the concepts of Panchakoshas like Annamaya Kosha, Pranamaya Kosha, Manomaya Kosha, Jnanamaya Kosha, and Anandamaya Kosha. He compared all these things with the human body in this chapter. And also how we evolved, like from inanimate kingdom, like the planets, sun, solar system, sun, planets, moon, that to vegetable kingdom. So how our evolution started, inanimate to vegetable kingdom, vegetable to animal kingdom, animal to mankind. Next, Devata or angel kingdom. Sixth one is free sannyasi. Means they are one with God. Ultimately, they attain with the God. So he compared how we evolved from the inanimate to sannyasi state. So in the first chapter, he covered all these concepts by comparing these concepts, like in the Vedas, to Old Testament Gospel, those statements. So yeah, I mean, if you read this, like, we'll understand deeper. Every time we read it, even if I listen to masters who are very high in evolution, they say if we, every time we read it, we'll understand in a different way. So it's all up to us. If you want to go deeper, understand, you want to attain Kaivalya, all these concepts, you can read. If you read, keep on reading it, will understand. Just I wanted to um, mention what this book about. So this the second is goal, jnana. This is this talks about how we ignorance to liberation. So he divided into three parts, like existence, consciousness, and bliss. Satchit Ananda. Sat means existence, Chit, true consciousness, Ananda, bliss. So, how we attain that state, he compared all the, explained the things, and also, um, yeah, mainly how we attain all these things. He compared with, I mean, he mentioned about all the, no, in the next chapter. Okay. How to attain the God realization. He mentioned all the whoever whatever is in the statements in Vedas to Old Testament. He mentioned about all those things. And the next, the third one is the procedure Vairagya. How to attain this? Uh, Tapaswadhyaya Ishwar Pranidhanena. So he compared with the Patanjali Yoga Sutras, eight Ashtanga Marga. So if you follow all this, how to attain this Vairagya. And when I reading this, I understood like Yajna, Swadhyaya, Brahmananda. Yajna means tapas. Swadhyaya means, deep study, reading the books. And Brahma Vijnana, practice of meditation on the sound Om. He mentioned that in the Om. So when I read that, I understood Patriji mentions that, right? So he made us three main principles: meditation, sadhana, swadhyayam, sadhana, sangatyam. The same three concept he also mentioned. But that time he mentioned meditate on Om. So we can, it's up to us, like we can meditate on Om or any meditation, or it's up to whoever connects with what sound or whatever it is. So yeah, if you want to attain that our state, we need to practice all this, and we need to. He also compared with the Patanjali Yoga Sutras, how we even that also help us to evolve our spiritual evolution, right? Each stage. So, and he mentioned important in the vegetarianism. Vegetarianism, like humans are meant for to eat fruits and vegetables. So he compassed, mentioned about all the how animals what their food, and it's not our food. So he emphasized on vegetarianism too. So that's how I relate, like Patriji's teaching. So after all this 2020, I was just beginning my spiritual awakening after all this, like 4.5 years by listening, reading and listening intensely, following Patriji. So I understood all these whole concepts covered. Patriji give us in a very simple language. I compared like that and I understood little easier way this time. And the fourth stage is the revelation. that is ultimate final state. So in that, if you liberate, will able to connect with one with body. In that, he mentioned about the three bodies: physical body, astral body, causal body. So how to attain those bodies, and if we attain the causal body, if you enter a kaivalya mukti, we are one with the God. And mainly, this book talks about. He mentioned about the yuga cycle in this. So according to him, we are already into Dwapara Yuga, long time ago. That is the main purpose of this book. He did not mention any pictures, but based on his teaching, many masters they created the yoga cycle and all. Even if you read the untold story of Sita, in that Dana Mariam madam also took that yoga cycle from Sri Yukteswari Giriji only. So like that, now I want to emphasize more on this yoga cycle. How? So I would like to share my screen. Second. Are you able to see my screen?
Yeah.
This slideshow. Are you able to see my slideshow? Can you confirm? Are you able to see my slideshow?
Yeah, yes, ma'am. Yes.
Okay. Yeah. This is Holy Science, the Yukteswari Giriji. So yeah, this is Yuga cycle. So according to his teachings, even if you look at the untold story of Sita, she mentioned only in the inside the circle. But I took all this from internet, and so whenever, like long time ago, whenever I see those, I downloaded it. I download now. When I look back and I found this again, so I wanted to explain this according to him. So the whole cosmic cycle, we call it as cosmic cycle. This cosmic cycle is 24,000 year cycle. So in that 24,000 year cycle, so we have 12 zodiac signs, right? So each zodiac sign, uh, 12 into 24. So each zodiac sign represents 2,000 year cycle. So yeah, in 24,000 year cycle, the 12,000 year cycle is descending arc, and the 12,000 years is ascending arc. So we first this in the middle, so 24,000 year cycle. So we came down from Satya Yuga to Treta Yuga to Dwapar Yuga and Kali Yuga. So how we came down, descend, that's a descending arc. Again, we are going back to the ascending arc. So slowly Kali to Dwapar Yuga to Treta Yuga to Satya Yuga. So the Satya Yuga, the Kali Yuga is 12,000 years cycle, 1200 years. And Dwapara Yuga is 24. 12 into 2, 2400 years. But actually, if you see, usually people say it's uh, like 3,000 lakhs years, right? So, but that is according to our planet Earth, like beyond time and space, right? For our 1 year, it's those are Daiva calendars. But according to our Earth calendar, this is the cycle. That's what he mentioned about. So, uh, Kali 1200 years. So Dwapara into 2, 2400 years. Treta Yuga 3600 years. Satya Yuga 12 into 4, 4800 year cycle. So in the Kali Yuga, 1000 years means 1200 means 1000 years actual Kali Yuga, and 100 years before and 100 years after is Sandhi Kalam. We call Sandhi Kalam means, so same way for Dwapara Yuga, 2000 years is actual Dwapara Yuga, and 400 into 2, 200 before Sandhi and after Sandhi. So same way Treta Yuga, 3600 years. So actually is 3,000 years, and 300 before and after Sandhi. So same way. So like how we came down when in Satya Yuga, golden age, the dharma was on four legs. We call it as, right. So when coming down Treta Yuga, the dharma was on three legs. That's why the slowly the spirituality is decreasing. And the Dwapara Yuga, even the dharma was on two legs. and Kali Yuga only one leg. That's why the spirituality became slowly. And again, if you compare with the cosmic cycle, so Earth during Satya Yuga, the Earth was very near to Sun. So because of that magnetic the energy, the spirituality was more. So slowly, the Earth is moving away from the Sun. So that's how the energy pull is slowly low, getting away. That's why there's even spirituality is getting lesser. So now again, the sun is moving. Our earth is moving towards the sun. So that's why again we are going. This more spiritual, more we are people are awakening, and we are learning more concepts. More concepts are available, and people are able to understand. So in this cycle, all these masters. So you mentioned all the how what happened in the during this time period, and masters names in this, what happened in the all the um like everything they mentioned here. So and if you look at the in the 12 zodiac signs, so Aries, if you look at Aries, it represents in symbolic form two fishes in a opposite direction. So that is duality. Duality, positive, negative, light and dark. So all the we see, if you the sun is always there, we don't know the value of the sun. If the moon is there, the darkness is there, then only we'll able understand the sun, right? So if the 3 4 days, if it was the weather was cloudy, we look for the sun. Oh, we want the sun. So that's how, if they don't have the know the darkness, if you don't feel the darkness, if everywhere all the time sun is there, we don't know the value. That's how. Similarly, the duality, if you know the dual qualities, then only we'll understand the importance of everything. So in the Aries, in the back 2000 years, we were experiencing all the duality qualities, positive, negative, light and dark, all these concepts. So again, now we are enter into Paishan age. Paishan age symbol means the Kumbha, full Purna Kumbham. We call it as Kumbham, right? So it if it represents the picture pouring the water, that means the cosmic energy or wisdom is pouring through water. Like water represents the cosmic energy, the wisdom is pouring down from the cosmos. So, and we are by experiencing duality qualities, we are again uh, coming to the full Purnam. So that's how we'll able to this age according to this also. See, if you all the astrology, astronomy, astrophysics, numerology, sacred geometry, all these are interlinked. Astrology is not just for to look our future. So all the universe is running on some mathematical calculations, mathematical formulas. Uh, all this, see, like this 12 zodiac signs also, like this one complete cosmic cycles. So how this zodiac sign is in the 2000 years will experience similar. That's how they all interlinked. So mainly this. So according to him, according to Sri Yukteswar Giriji, 500 is the peak of Kali Yuga. So during 1600, 1700 years, Earth enter into the Dwapar Yuga. So that's where during 1600 only he mentioned in his book. So 1600, one years is 100 years is Sandhi period, right? So from that then onwards, from 1600s only, the technology started. People are started to invent many technologies. So yeah, about 1600 AD, William Gilbert discovered magnetic forces and observed the presence of electricity in all material substances. In 1609, Kepler discovered important laws of astronomy, and Galileo produced a telescope. In 1621, Drebel of Holland invented the microscope. About 1670, Newton discovered the law of gravitation. In 1700s, Thomas Savery made use of steam engine in the raising water. 20 years later, Stephen Gray discovered the action of electricity on the human body. In the political world, people began to have respect for themselves and civilizations advanced in many ways. England united with Scotland and became a powerful kingdom. Napoleon Bonaparte introduced his new legal code into southern Europe. America won its independence, and many parts of Europe were peaceful. So 1700 only we entered into the Dwapara Yuga. That's what he mentioned. So 1600 only the technology started. People started to invent technology. From that only we'll started. So according to him, 1894, whenever he wrote the book, uh, that timeline, he already after 184 years of Dwapara Yuga entered after entering into Dwapara Yuga. So if you look at already past Dwapara Yuga, right? Mahabharata. If you look at the Mahabharata, Sri Krishna compared to Sri Krishna, and if you think about that timeline, see, only Pandavas understood they are realized souls, self-realized souls. That's why they understood the importance of Lord Krishna, that he is a god or he is some enlightened master. So they follow his teachings and his guidance. But if you look at Kauravas, they don't understand the value of him, right? Just even that Dwapara Yuga also, like it is 1 is to 5 is to so 90% we can compare like that. So uh, now also same way, even if you enter into Dwapara Yuga, I mean, people think that if you enter the Dwapara Yuga, already everything's changed just like that. It's not changed just like that. How we came from Satya Yuga to in a it's not happened in 1 year or 2 years, right? It happened in a 12,000 years. So how we slowly got down. Same way we evolving slowly. It will take time. So, for all this, many masters are coming down for this purpose. So, he mentioned many masters mentioned in this book. So, every master is coming down according to the timeline. They are doing whatever they could. They are giving the teaching. Some masters they are doing just by being with the presence there, and with that they carry so many things. So many masters are doing ఎందరో మహానుభావులు అందరికీ వందనాలు. So in many masters they, so some masters we know their names, some of them we don't know, but this plan was made long time ago. So masters according to that plan, cosmic cycle, masters are coming down and sharing their wisdom according to that. So as a part of that, everyone is included. Babaji is doing astrally, Patriji was there with physical body, he did whatever he could. Later whoever able to do according to their soul level, everyone is doing their part. So same way now, we are into Dwapara Yuga. According to him, main purpose of this his book is to understand this cosmic cycle. So yeah, I mean, all these books, he did not mention this book, but I am telling you it. I follow many Western books and I follow Theosophy books and Ascended Masters teachings, all those teachings, and I follow many other Facebook pages, light workers, and all these things. I understood slowly by comparing and connecting able dots, all these things. I'm able to explain these things. So, yeah. uh main this cycle. So y- yes, Yuga cycle. See, Satyuga is age of truth. It's a duration for 4,800 years. Human consciousness highest. And sorry, yeah, in this second, yeah, full spiritual awareness, unity with God. In Treta Yuga, age of mental power. It's 3,600 years. Human consciousness high. Description: mind mastery, divine intuition prevails. Dwapar Yuga, age of energy, 2400 years. Human consciousness awakening, awareness of energy, space, and subtle laws, our current age. Kali Yuga, age of darkness, 1200 years. Human consciousness lowest. Only materialism, ignorance of spirit. Only we think that is this physical body, this is only material things. Only we, or whatever we experience, right? All the materialistic things. This is the only thing. So that is the materialism. But we already crossed the Kali Yuga. We are into Dwapar Yuga. That's why many people are awakening. We awakened ourselves, and we are trying to awaken others. Whatever, by evolving ourselves and trying to help others. So that's why a lot of awakening is happening. Um, yeah, and yeah, this is the cycle: ascending arc and descending arc. 12,000 years. Satya Yuga, age of truth. Kali Yuga, age of darkness. Dwapar Yuga, age of energy. Treta Yuga, age of mental power. So the ascending arc leads towards higher consciousness and spiritual awakening, and the descending arc leads away from spirit into matter and delusion. So yeah, um, I think this one I wanted to convey. I mean, you please, I'm telling you again, this is just I'm sharing whatever I understood. If you align it, please take it, otherwise, just ignore it. Please experiment yourself. And that's why Patriji says PA, spiritual scientist. Now, as we are evolving, we are using technology plus science, spiritual science. Spirituality plus science. We are using the science, technology plus spirituality, spiritual science. So next, all ascending cycle is spiritual science, by using technology, more technology, and we are evolving ourselves, and mm, yeah, a lot of things are happening. So,
Yeah, thank you, madam. Thank you for your session. Right now, according to Swami Yukteswar Begi, we are in year 325, the Upper Yuga.
yes,
We have
yes,
completed, yes. So we explained this all this Satya, Dwapara, Kali Yugas. So we are in Dwapara Yuga. That's why we are off mental virtue. You are off mental virtue. Right. And all the four stages of knowledge. That's how you develop the Vedas, the Gospel. So it exists Sattva, Sachidananda's existence, coexistence, and this method of releasing all these three lives. Thank you.